Just make sure you're not fixating on it for too long.
Yep.
So if we put ourselves just on the edge of this cloud, we should probably be able to go from there. It's annoying actually, it's just starting to drift over the top of the field, but it's still clear out on that side, so. If you pop up a couple of 100 feet, we can go over the top of this cloud, and then we'll be able to glide clear between the gap over there.
Okay.
And we're still below 3,000 feet, so as long as we don't go into the cloud, we're all fine. So we're just over the end of the field now, so.
You're over.
Yes, got them in sight, alright.
So we shouldn't turn that way?
No, probably not. Okay, I have control for the moment. I'm just going to turn us around to the right just so that you can actually see the field.
Yeah.
This is annoying.
Yeah.
We should be able to get one in on this field though, and then we'll be fine. So you can see it just under the right wingtip at the moment.
Yep.
So we are a bit higher on this one, so we'll have to go a little bit wider to avoid being high, basically.
Yeah.
And feel free just to use pretty much the same reference points that I used as well.
Cool.
Okay, you have control.
I have control.
And as soon as you can see the field, you can just close the throttle and go from there.
Okay.
Got it?
Cool. Yeah. Currently maintaining altitude for 70 knots. Got the field down there.
Good.
We've got 1/3 aiming point. There's a little bit of a sort of a road type thing that's cutting off there. 1,000 foot point of those trees there, and the shed there, the 1,500 foot point. So we're well high for the.
Maybe widen out this way a little bit and then come back round is fine.
Yep.
Main thing is if you're doing that, just make sure that you're keeping aware of where the field is so you don't lose it when you come back round.
So got the key, got the field on site. Yep. So trouble checks, we've got fuel, and fuel content is sufficient. Mixture.
Yep.
Hit the range.
What you could also do is an orbit in position here.
Oh, yep.
Because we're about 1,000 feet high, so we can complete a full 360-degree turn and we'll still be fine.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ignition, both left, right, both, and restart. And partial power.
Cool.
Pushing the Euro.
Yep.
Alright. Hasn't restarted, keeping the field in sight.
Good.
And we're fast. Make it 180 degrees.
Have you been orbiting at place and into Ardmore via Hotel Devon?
Okay, Leo, it looks like we've had an engine failure. Don't worry, I'm going to be landing the field over there. If I can just get you to remove any loose items and strap yourself in tight.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll tell you when to go around as well.
Yep, we're just slightly high for the 1,500 point, but that shed is there, so I'm looking actually pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, Mayday, Alpha Charlie, engine failure, carrying out a forced landing in a field just to the couple of miles south of Mesa.
Good.
Okay, 7700, ELT, spud tracks, and I'm a little bit close to the field. Just going to extend out this way. And I'm a little high for my 1,000 foot point as well. So, again, extending out this way.
Nothing too bad. I'd say we're a bit close, but the height looks okay.
So I'm going to not extend downwind, so I'm going to start our turn. And put on 1 degree, 1 notch flaps.
You can always make that a very gentle turn if you feel like you're high. You can just turn a tiny bit.
Yeah. A little bit more, and a space.
Yep.
Another little turn. Mixture out, mixture out, cut off, ignition off, master off.
Just watching the speed. Yep.
A bit more of a turn.
Yep. Alright, what I'll get you to do in a moment is when we go around, I'll get you just to advance the throttle reasonably gradually.
Go, back in a paddock.
Alright,
2100, simulated close by. Transit traffic, November Uniform Tango clearance the River Valley.
Okay, that was not too bad. Obviously pretty tricky with the clouds around and so forth, but we got in at the correct heights once we'd obviously carried out those two orbits. Yep.
A little bit faster in places, and could have used more flat.
Big thing I would say would just be speed. Biggest thing is the speed. Yeah, just watch the speed. It was a little bit fast to begin with, and then it was a little bit slow at the end. So,
gotcha.
But overall, that was fine. So what we'll do is we'll head out over that way.
Okay.
And we'll look at another one probably from a lower altitude. We'll just do it from below the clouds over there. So it'll probably be, I don't know, like 2,000 feet or something like that.
Watch out for that guy doing heroes.
That's right. Yeah. Well, he's actually vacated, but there's someone else who's just called that they're operating around here. So
okay,
we'll keep an eye out for them.
So we could use one of those or one of these?
Yep. Yeah, it's up to you which one you use. You don't have to use the ones by the sheds. I'm positioning you for a few possible options.
There's livestock there. Yeah. I'm hesitant to use those ones because they're going close to the livestock.
Yep.
So maybe that second long one and on that side of the canal.
Yep. So we'll probably be about 2,000 feet when we start, so it'll be lower than last time.
Yeah.
So obviously allow for that in your planning.
Yeah.
And once again, I'll let you know when to go around. We won't go too low just because of the cows and buildings and things.
Yeah.
So we'll go from about here, so you can have control.
I have control.
Obviously, just make sure we're not going into clouds, and probably close the throttle whenever you're ready.
Okay, cool. Engine failed. Heat, maintain altitude, interim for 70 knots. I'm going to take that field. That's the second. Well,
Okay.
left to there. We're going to be landing in this, the direction that we're going at the moment.
Marshal traffic, Tango Alpha Victor,
So
green shed,
go a bit wide,
100 tracking cable.
Yep, directly over top of it.
Yes.
And we want 70 knots there.
Sounds good. I'll keep that aeroplane over there in sight.
Cool. 1/3 point can basically be where those two fields, the white stuff intersects.
Yep.
1,000 foot point could be the shed on the other side, and 1,500 foot point can be those trees just to my 90 degrees there.
I'd probably be starting to bring us around as you're doing as you're selecting the points.
Over traffic,
So you
stand up
don't
with
get
Juliet,
too low.
2 to the southwest, Quarry Lake, 2,000, tracking man.
Okay, so not quite yet the 1,500 foot point, but we're low. What I'll do is I'll sort of cut a corner off there and make sure I'm...
There's the traffic, Tango for Delta, 1 to the west,
there.
shed, 2,000, operating.
Fuel, mixture, range, restart, and marshal power.
Marshal traffic, Tango for Victor,
Good, just keep watching the speed.
1,800, simulating force landing.
Go a bit wide here. Okay, we're going to approach our 1,000 foot point. I'll have to turn early, but it's a long field, so I'm happy with that. Level at this. And level.
So what other checks could we be doing at the moment?
Out, off and off.
Yep. Did you get a Mayday call as well?
Nope. Mayday, Alpha Charlie, engine failure, carrying out a force, landing in the vicinity of Mercy Airfield.
Cool.
Okay. Here's some flap. And...
Tango is cableway 1000, submit force landing.
Okay, you can go around there.
So watch that.
Later there, got the site.
That's alright, it's pretty tricky here. We've also got traffic just on our right, so
Yeah,
we'll just start coming around to the left.
I was low by the 1,500 foot point, which means that I was low by the 1,000 foot point.
That's right, yeah.
And I was close to the field.
What we can do is just head back, we'll just head back into the Hanua Valley and sort of gradually start making our way back towards Ardmore. If we can get a bit of height in the Hanua Valley, we might look at another one on the way back, but otherwise we'll just leave it at that because it's pretty difficult out here doing it with this cloud.
Yeah.
Now. Yep.
Ardmore traffic, Alpha Charlie, a mile north of Hanua Township, 2000, track is joined overhead 21.
Good. Traffic, Juliet, data, rolling 21, vacating, take great bear by Alpha.
Ardmore traffic, Alpha Charlie, Waterworks 2000, track is joined overhead 21.
Ardmore traffic, Tango up with car, down wind 21.
Ardmore traffic, phone traffic to Romeo is Cleveland 1400 feet, tracking for the Wairo River mouth. Charlie Bravo is down 1 signal. Thank you, Alpha Kilo, rolling 21.
Ardmore traffic, Juliet Alpha Zulu.
Yeah, I've got that base
Ardmore traffic, Juliet Alpha Zulu is to the southwest of Hanua, correction, 2,100, joining overhead 21.
Ardmore traffic, Lima Alpha Tango, lay downwind 21.
Charlie Bravo is final signal.
and helicopter traffic inside low level.
Good.
More traffic, hang on, we're going around 21.
Ardmore traffic, Tango up team, final 21, touch and go.
Ardmore traffic Alpha Charlie, descending non-traffic side 2-1. Right there.
Yep.
Ardmore traffic, Juliet Alpha Zulu, Waterworks 2100, joining overhead 21. November downwind 21.
Ardmore traffic Alpha Charlie, turning downwind from the non-traffic side 2-1. Break off, push up, put brakes on the cruise, focus on the control rich, fuel shut in, fuel sufficient for going around if need to, engine harnesses secure, lights are on.
All secure. catch whether this guy in front
No,
is
it's just
vacating.
one route now.
It looks like he's turning now.
Ardmore traffic, Tango, downwind 21.
Just doing a very wide circuit.
Yep.
Ardmore traffic, Charlie, do Tango lines up runway 210, rolls and remains in the circuit.
Yeah, right. Just straight ahead. Yeah, left apart from that traffic on final.
And Ardmore traffic coming out November final 21, full stop.
Ardmore traffic, Lima Alpha Tango, downwind 21.
Ardmore traffic, Alpha Alpha Charlie, final 21, full stop number 2.
$500.
Runway clear. Approach to stable.
Ardmore traffic, 2 good Alpha Zulu, returning downwind 21 from the overhead.
Ardmore traffic, Foxtrot Victor Romeo Zwiro, river mouth, tracking to join straight into 1 if possible. And we're at 1,300 feet.
Ardmore traffic, Tango Alpha Party, final 21, number 2, touch and go.
Charlie Bravo, let's take off. Ardmore traffic, Charlie, India Tango, establish downwind, runway 21 for touch and go.